Good afternoon. The time is 5:31. Calling the meeting to order. We can please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If we can please have roll call.
Amber Hinojosa?
Here.
Mary Lou Ibarra? Jessica Villarreal?
She's running late.
Silvia Palombo?
Present.
Esther Pirova? I'm here absent. Priscilla Pantoja? Absent. Yvette Romero?
Present.
Diana Rodriguez?
Present.
Dr. Melissa Martin Esqui? Absent. Sandra Cavazos Ayala?
Present.
Maria Reyes?
Present.
Dr. Maria Dayano?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Any citizen comments?
None have come in.
Next on the agenda, communication and announcements. We have the welcome of new commission members.
We are not here.
But we do have a couple of letters
Yeah.
as communications in your packet. One is a thank you letter from Casa de Misericordia for the rebosos and the stuff.
They were so,
They're beautiful.
see, they were very thankful.
Very
Yes.
nice.
And I thank you for helping my group.
Of course, absolutely.
It's poetry that heals. Ahora, now it's poetry that heals and empowers.
And empowers.
Yeah, because I liked it better, heals and empowers.
Goes
Yeah.
together.
Yes, it goes together, yeah.
And the second letter, I'm sorry to say, is the resignation of Lucinda Bruin.
How many positions do we have open that are vacant? you know?
Right now, the mayor has
6.
2, District 2 has 2, District 1 has 1, and we have 1 for District 8.
So 5?
We have 5 seats
wow.
open.
6.
6, yeah, half of us.
So they're slowly appointing as they come in, so.
Yes.
hopefully soon.
The reading and approval of minutes from January the 9th.
I move that we approve the minutes for January the 9th, 2023.
I second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have Ms. Sandra Cavazos. Philip. To approve the minutes. And Ms. Rodriguez? Next on the agenda, possible discussion and possible actions regarding the following items.
May we recognize
Yeah, when we get to that.
Mary Lou Ibarra.
There we go.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And this is Ms. Martin.
Welcome.
We just started because we had quorum, so we just did roll, but we just called roll. But if you would like, I guess you can tell you guys, once you catch your breath, you can tell us a little bit about yourselves and welcome to that. Anyway.
Okay, my name is Mary Lou Ibarra. I live in District 3 in Melissa Cigarro's district. I work at the Webb County Appraisal District, the Geographical Information System. And I've lived in Laredo for 21 years.
Well, where are you coming from before that?
Born and raised in Carrizo Springs, then
Oh.
moved to San Antonio, and then from there I came here.
Okay.
Been here for 21 years.
Once you drink the water, you don't.
Well, that was my intention was to stay a couple of years, and 21 years later, I'm still here.
Doing a great job. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Melissa Martin. I'm in a family medicine position. I just joined Career Choice Physicians Group. I'm doing primary care. I live in District 5, but I'm representing District 6. I worked with Dr. King I was actually his boss. I had run the residency program up until a couple of months ago. Born and raised in Laredo, thought I wouldn't come back, but came back, and really happy that I did. And so I've been back here since 2018, so 6 years now.
I don't know if you, the ladies want to introduce
Yes.
themselves?
Welcome. My name is Yvette Romero. I am the chair. My second year here, and this is my first year, a couple of months as chair.
What do you do? Tell us more about yourself.
I am a teacher. I've been teaching for 19 years in the elementary level.
Hi, my name is Diana Rodriguez, and this time I'm representing Dr. King, and I'm the. I'm very glad to say that I'm the veteran within the group. I've served about every district that you could think of, and I'm very, very happy to serve in this committee. I've I was an educator for 40 years. This May will be my 3rd year as retiree. Enjoying life after the pandemic, which I did part of the pandemic. Very proud to say that I left 319 sick days behind my job. Wow. Very dedicated. Wow. And in 2018, they named the library with my name at the Jason Landecker Elementary School for all the things that I've done for my campus. And aside from that, I'm with Habitat for Humanity of the District Board of Directors. And the building from the bottom up, from the foundation all the way to the dedication of a key. And love helping the commission in every way that I can. And it's just amazing to be able to, my parents taught us how to always give back and feel proud of that. And I'm living that through my parents' way of teaching us as siblings in my family. So I welcome Ms. Ibarra and Ms. Moore.
Hi, I'm Angie Garza. I'm the commission liaison, and I'm also administrative assistant to library director Maria Solis.
I'm Maria Solis, I'm the library director, and also liaison and host.
And so,
I'm Sandra Cavazos Ayala. I'm also a longtime educator, former principal at 2 elementary schools, and teacher as well. And I retired from UISD in 2011 as the executive director for Student Services Department. And then I also was the executive director for the Children's Museum at the mall for 8 years until I finally decided to retire. And so I'm also active in the library and in a lot of other social activities in the community. And I represent Vanessa Perez on the district council.
Hello, my name is Rosa Maria de Llano, and I'm also a retired educator. I taught 49 years, 39 at the high school level, and then 10 more as an adjunct faculty at TAMU while I was getting my PhD, which I'm ABD. Because I hit 70 and then I decided it was too much. So I put the thesis aside, started writing poetry, my first love, and now I was named Poet Laureate for the city of Laredo, so I think that's even better than a PhD. Because I'm working very hard. Very fulfilling, yes. I'm a mother and a grandmother. And I'm very glad to be here with all of you ladies. And I'm also in the library because some of you, we love the library.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Celia Palumbo. I'm so happy that you're with us, and I worked for the county for 38 years. I was in the central jury room. I was chief deputy, and I addressed the jurors. And I do belong to some organizations, like International Good Neighbor Council, and as being in that organization, we have the. I welcome all the new citizens when they get sworn in at federal court, and in exchange we give them the welcome and we register them to vote. I also am a member of the executive committee of the Democratic Party. I represent my precinct, which is Milton, and also the one that put me here is of course Alberto Torres, And thank you so much, and we welcome you to this committee. Wherever you need, you let us know. We'll be here for you.
Thank you.
My name is Maria Reyes, and I've been here in Laredo for a long time, since high school. Well, I left, then I came out, and I came out.
Oh, Esther, hello.
And I am now just in the nonprofit. I'm in the nonprofit.
Which nonprofit?
The organization is called Commission Check.
May I sit here?
Yes. Okay.
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
It's your turn. Tell us about
Family
yourself.
members, who are you?
Yes.
Dr.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Esther Ferrara. I read you the article.
Yes, I apologize for that
No,
article.
I
Hopefully you
think
all saw my email. but-
that's how I'm going to start doing mine.
Right, yes.
Welcome aboard. Now, who did you replace?
I know that you were previously with
Yeah, she was appointed,
I think Maribel's spot.
Maribel left
Okay.
because
She
she
was
was,
like-
she was appointed to another committee
Oh,
by Dr.
okay.
Martinez.
Okay. And then your name.
Yes. My name is Mary Lou Ibarra. I represent District 3. Melissa Cigarro, I don't know who I replaced, but.
Melissa's
Anybody?
No,
Yes.
It's for Martinez, Mercurio Martinez position, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, he was prior district.
Sí, sí, Alisa, I represent, I forgot to say, I represent Alisa Cigarro. I don't belong to District 8, I belong to District
You
5.
don't have to.
But you don't have
Yeah.
to, no, and I'm very happy to be here. And I forgot to tell you, my son is in family medicine too.
Oh, really?
Family, but it's in she's in Tucson, Arizona.
He doesn't want to come back to Laredo.
Most of them don't.
I wish.
Welcome aboard. Nice to meet you.
I apologize for being late at the meeting at school. My name is Jessica Villarreal, and I also was appointed by Ms. Melissa Garcia, Ms. Melissa Cigarroa. This is my second term, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm Amber Avis Hinojosa. I am a self-employed entrepreneur. I own a company called Ambitious Management where I do tax and financial planning. I like to empower women with financial knowledge so they can save for retirement and be financially independent. I have served as secretary, vice chair, and chair of the commission. I was appointed in 2019. And I've been the youngest member ever since. And I'm still the youngest member. And I represent District 1, so my appointment was just extended to 2026. I confirmed that today. So we're excited to have you guys.
So welcome.
And if you'd like to grab a water burger. While we're
So next on the agenda is the discussion of, first is the International Women's Day event.
Yes, so let me give the new members some background. I started hosting International Women's Day back in 2019 because we had no celebrations. Since then, we have proclamations proclaiming March 8th as International Women's Day. And along with the commission, we host an event. And so this year, I need to make a correction because we were going to host it on March 8th. But we're going to move it to March 9th because People Fund is our co-host. And they're flying in somebody special to be here for that event.
Who's that?
One of the organizers, like the higher ups for People Fund, they co-host with us. And they're flying somebody in to be here for that event, so we're moving it to March 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. And for right now, we're still at mile 1.
Who are they bringing in?
They are bringing in somebody from People Fund for this event.
Oh, from their
higher up.
Oh,
yes.
I see.
We have already confirmed 2 speakers, and I need to confirm 1 more. So I guess I can already. We are inviting. I don't know if you guys have seen Honey by Nurse Jet on Fenwick. Yes, she's gonna be one of our speakers.
Say it again.
The company is called, her name is Georgette Rangel. Her company is called Honey by Nurse Jet.
Honey by Nurse Jet.
Okay.
Yes.
She is
Fabulous.
She does,
the one
she does
they're over there,
like
Botox.
Botox
Okay.
and then injections and
Oh, sí.
Well,
she's amazing. Yeah. And then the other person is an owner of a daycare. Her name is Angie Granados. And then I'm between two more speakers, and I haven't confirmed who I'm going to ask yet. But as soon as I get that one last confirmed, I'll let you know who it is. But I have like two in mind, and I'm trying to narrow it down.
What daycare is Angie the owner of?
Stepping Stones Childcare and Learning Center. It's on Washington Street.
Amber, are we gonna do the thing at the bridge?
I was gonna say, now that we've moved this to March 9th, we can extend the invitation for March 8th. I just need to figure out who was the person that we got in contact with before, because I was thinking it would be nice to maybe like do the exchange of flowers. Previously, in previous years, we did an exchange of flowers for the women from Nuevo Laredo, and then maybe we could do like a breakfast at
either over there or over here.
Yeah,
maybe this time nos toca a nosotros.
Probably.
I think so.
So I don't have the contact info for whoever that person is, but if you can think of who it is.
Check it out.
Elia Guevara is
Ask
contracted with them and being the representative. And she was a former member of ours.
Yeah, I'll
So
call
they can reach out to her. You have her
I have
information as well.
Yeah, I'll call Elia. So that we can plan that for March 8th, and then March 9th. They are sending out the registration link and the flyer and all that done for us, so I didn't have to do that. I'm just waiting for it to come back to me so I can send it out to everybody else for the conference. Correct.
And can you tell me at what time on March the 8th, or what time?
You said 6 to 8.
On the 9th.
On the 9th, no.
6 to 8. On the 8th, we don't have a time yet because I have to coordinate that with Elia, but I will, it's normally in the morning.
In the morning, okay, that's right.
In the morning, the ladies from Nuevo Laredo come, they cross the bridge, and then we cross halfway, and then we exchange flowers.
Yes.
As like a symbolism.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, we meet there at La Posada and the plaza. If it's cold, we can move into the Posada, but we moved in there and then we organized there at the placita. I think fue la última
I
vez.
get people that I was working
Yeah,
Saturday.
we walk, they have people taking us to the bridge. They stop the traffic. Well, I don't think they stop the traffic, but.
That's a big deal.
We're gonna go on the side, but we're gonna go to the international bridge.
Can I just ask a question? And I don't mean my questions to be in any way taken as in either support or not support of this event. I just really wanna understand what we're doing. What is the purpose of the flower exchange?
I think it's unity, like because it's International Women's Day, and like even though we're separated by a bridge and
But I think
water.
they had a purple, or they had a purple.
We're wearing purple.
They were wearing purple. Yes, we were wearing purple.
I think that's
Because that's
International
And
Women's.
that was, that's the main color of the Women's Day. It's an international day, it's all over the world.
Who is invited, who is involved?
As far as the people from Nuevo Laredo, is that what you're saying? What organization? Good question.
Who is involved?
I need to ask, yeah, exactly. I really
There is a
Since I've joined the commission, I haven't done
Yeah,
it.
because we went to
Elia
purple.
Guevara, she's the
Ellas
chair.
traían pink.
But we used to, I think the first year that I did International Women's Day, we did do it, but I was at the event and they went and then they came to the event.
So you have a day, a ceremony of exchange of flowers, and what happens after that? Is there like, I'm trying to understand the greater meaning within the mission. Okay, within the mission of us. Do we stay in constant communication? Is there like organizations of women in both sides that day may come together and talk to each other and maybe talk, maybe a strategy, or is it just symbolic and groups of women from this side and that side have breakfast?
No, we had speakers. The last time I think we crossed, they came on our side and we got together there at at the bridge in one of the buildings, they let us read from the city. And there was a reception, there was food, and there was some women that came from Laredo, and they were the main speakers.
It was the council lady, the council.
The consulate, yeah.
Who organizes it or who's putting it together?
Okay, so just in case when you get together and start asking questions, if there is any way for us to build a strategy behind this that is meaningful, I would be on support. But if it's just people highlighting other people, that doesn't plant seeds of
change. I will get that info from Elia because I honestly have no clue, but I will ask her because she has a whole network of women on that side and this side. Like I know her page has over like 14,000 members in that group.
But it would be, but I can tell you this, which I think that's a great idea. In my understanding, it was that just particular day, and everybody would go their way. But if you want to grow with that, which is not a bad idea, then maybe we can think of something in advance to be prepared to do that, because the networking of the bicultural is going to be fantastic. And also, what issues they have there and what issues we have here.
that may be common and we can be helping each other.
Yeah, it probably depends on who the women are and like what organizations are representing to see it. If it's like an immigration thing or like domestic violence or something, maybe come up with the agenda items to talk about during breakfast.
Good recommendation.
Yeah.
And I'm also asking because I had envisioned before the research that we're trying to do to understand the state of women in Laredo. I had envisioned a whole, celebration during International Women's, but we don't have that yet. We have the survey, we can kick it off that day, but then how do we start building the celebration to be a public event where women celebrate womenhood? Not just another event where important people, quote unquote, may meet. I'm talking about how do we invite the community to rethink what womanhood is and the community of women is, and how do we start building into that? That's where I'm going with my questions, not,
Right.
So thank you for using the word grow.
And I think the mayor's wife was there, and we had the U.S. consulate, the woman that represents Ella, and then she left, and then they replaced her with someone else, and then when we had it again, it was a male, and he came, and the Mexican side, the American side, we had Sign's wife. She walked with us there also, and on the other side, they represented the mayor también over there in the garden. And then that meeting was held, and it was like a reception where they were speaking about the problems of women and, the issues that belong to the women. And it was very informative and fue mucha gente. It's a very beautiful event.
One of the times they had breakfast in Old Laredo. I believe that there was a bus that took the ladies up in Old Laredo to a rancho, right? Or you weren't there? And then there was another time that it was here in Laredo. So I think it's our time to host.
I think it's our time to host it on this side.
Yeah.
So the city is very helpful to us.
No,
We have no budget, but we'll figure it out.
Everybody clear, council?
Well, that's the next item on the agenda, which I'll give you an update.
It's in 3 weeks.
It's in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks Did the committee already meet to discuss it, to plan anything, or is there a committee?
No, the committee has not met.
That's a
No, we
community
have,
forum.
I know because I belong to,
Yeah, we haven't met.
no, we haven't met, but I think it'll come,
It'll
come
together.
Sure, we'll come together, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful event.
Sí, it is.
Very.
¿Quién más está contigo?
Who else is there? No me acuerdo, Sandra is the committee chair, pero yo y, I don't remember who else volunteered, I don't know who's the volunteer.
She was in it, no, she was in it.
Oh, yeah, Sylvia was on it, but she's no longer.
Right.
So next is the State of Women survey. I think I heard
So the state, just to give you an update, the survey is ready. We have worked all the little kinks having to do with Survey Monkey. We were finally able to establish the questions the way that I need them to be in order to measure what we want to measure. And it's ready to go. It's just a matter of us deciding when do we launch it, when do we announce it, and also the city manager's office. And I don't know if you would like to tell me when, if you want to do it alone, if you want me to go with you, just let me know. So we can, because remember that the survey for women is just one measurement of the state of women in Laredo. The other one is organizational surveys. So the city manager needs to deploy those organizational surveys so we can ask questions like, how many women belong to each organization under the city government, within the city government? What are the rankings? So we can have a better picture of job opportunities and economic growth for women in our city. And hopefully we can give some of these out to industries, so to the forwarding companies, and I'm gonna need help with that. So I have the surveys already designed. All I need help is giving them out. And they can be anonymous. All they have to give me is what industry they're working on, medical, for example.
When you say giving them out,
yeah.
Obviously you're going to have different markets. I call them markets, right?
Right.
When you say giving them out, let's say, for example, Yanita says, well, I'll survey the Teachers Association. Can she send out that survey, or does that have to be in person?
No, you can send it out because they'll have a chance to. It's like an HR person has to be involved.
HR person has to be involved?
Yeah.
So
HR.
an association would not qualify then?
Yeah, because an association can serve a purpose of giving us data they have. Associations like
Teachers
unions.
Association.
Teacher unions already have some data on priorities they already pursue. So those type of organizations we can contact to ask them, what would you like to share with us having to do with gender inequality, right?
Okay.
But it's not the same. So, but
Right.
a company or a bank or the two hospitals we
Right.
have, right? We approach them and we say, would you be willing to fill up? Because it's voluntary basis, no one can be forced, not even organizations under the city government. So we ask them, and hopefully they'll provide us with that data so we can have it.
So, just to make sure that I'm on the correct page, because I really thought it was going to be a little bit different. So I want to take care of the financial entities.
Yeah.
And I'm going to contact the bank presidents.
Yeah.
Okay, once I contact the bank presidents, can we have a meeting with HR? Can the application be sent to them via email, and their correspondence will be via email and sent to us in other words, by the deadline?
Yeah.
Are we good? Is that the way it is?
Yeah.
And they're talking about their personal experiences. So all the employees, female employees, are completing that survey?
No.
No.
No. This is going to be an organizational look.
Okay.
So the president, you email them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the president's gonna read this survey or this questionnaire, and that president is gonna decide whether they wanna fill it up or not.
Gotcha.
And then they're gonna give us information
Gotcha.
into how many women work there, what
Gotcha.
is their ranking, how much money they make. I don't need names, we don't need names,
Right.
it's all a collection of data. We don't even need the name of the bank you are
Okay.
interviewing.
Okay.
So while I send you the email via email and you're sending it via email, there's gonna be a record,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay, how you handle that anonymity
Gotcha.
has to do with the level of trust they have
Okay.
on you.
Okay.
Because all you're giving me is the survey.
Okay.
You're not telling me who answered it,
Right.
okay?
Okay. So,
And-
how dare you do that to women? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
hopefully not,
Yeah,
right?
no.
I'm hoping we find some light in this darkness that we tend to perceive.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and all you have to tell me is I send it to so many banks responded. That's the only way.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But the HR takes care of everything,
or the
right?
same, yeah.
The HR takes care of the president
Well,
decides.
if she contacts the president,
He'll decide.
then the person who's receiving the email will decide who answers that.
Yeah.
But the HR unit usually within those organizations is who has the data.
Because they don't have time.
Yeah.
Porque puedes decir no queremos, or they can decide to say, well, no, we don't have to send this
Yeah.
out, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they can decide. It's not like
Yeah, the
they have
way
to.
we're getting at the people working in the bank is through the women's survey. So the women's survey is the one that we're sending to everyone regardless of where they work. So if you have friends, family members, neighbors, remember that's we're gonna try to reach as many women as we can within the city of Laredo. Yeah, that's two different.
But every
data
company
sets.
is represented by one person, not the employee's feedback, it is the HR feedback.
Because it's just the data.
It's a survey,
not like-
it's a data, yeah. It's not they're not interviews, in your opinion,
That's right.
what
It's
are your
objective.
Yeah.
We're not
They're
gonna know
not
the name of the
interviews.
bank either.
No.
Correct.
I was
Yes,
trying
it is,
to do some research on whether I could open an anonymous phone number where women can tell me their stories, but I haven't been able to find one that I can afford because we don't have resources.
What about like a QR code to a Survey Monkey or something like that?
Yeah, but I don't know if SurveyMonkey allows for recording
City has
voices
to.
in case they want to tell me their
That's
story.
right, because what about,
Yeah.
you don't think like typing it out
So,
or just open box?
Yeah, the only other thought I had was opening a Gmail account where anonymous people can send me.
Can send it in.
And I
Well,
can.
does that have to be approved by the city?
No,
No?
no.
It's a survey.
I have total freedom on deciding how to measure this.
You blame Maria, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're just gonna present our findings.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, and you should create a Gmail. Like,
So I'm
specifically for
thinking
this.
that, because even in a Gmail, you can send me a recording if you wish of your voice. So I thought that could be a good outlet.
So it's
You know, I think what that
Send
is,
it.
can you be anonymous if you're like sending a recording?
Well, you're anonymous in the sense that I'll be safeguarding your
But
identity.
yeah, so
Right?
you know, but nobody,
Yeah.
you're not gonna.
And then all I would do is listen to stories and to try to discern common themes and to use quotes. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but unfortunately, it is necessary if we just don't want to use data.
So, may I ask if you already have a committee for that?
There's no committee. There's no
Okay.
committee.
Well, are we not?
No, what we decided on and voted on is the survey questions, right? And the organizational surveys. So that's what we have. The only other extra thing that we had was collecting stories. And that's,
Are you gonna wanna form a committee with this?
it's because I don't need a committee in the sense of,
Help, how about
in the
help?
help, because I wanna keep people's identity anonymous.
Mhm.
I don't want anyone to have
Oh,
access to
okay.
that.
So is it okay if I do the financial?
Yes, that is okay because those are surveys that are going out to organizations.
So, cause she, like, I'm just saying, could someone say, well, I wanna do educational, I wanna do
Yeah,
med?
that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember
Okay, I already
that.
claimed the financial.
That's where I'm gonna need help, the
Okay.
expansion and the
Of the
distribution
survey,
and
yes,
diffusion of these
Okay.
services.
Okay.
I get it.
I hope that was a good update, you guys. I'm sorry it took so long. It has been a great experience for myself, so.
So what's the time frame of, you said it's ready, when are we sending these out, when is the?
That is something I needed to decide with you guys, when do you wanna, I thought March 8th would be a great time to start
Would it be the
the
ninth?
survey.
Well,
But then we need to decide whether we leave it open for a month. I paid for Monkey Survey for a year, but that started a couple of months ago. And so we can leave it up to 6 months. Is that too much? Would you prefer it for 3 months? You know, It's up to how fast we wanna move into.
Yeah,
6 months, I think, 6 months.
It's not, everybody has time.
And just depending how the data, how
Yeah,
you're
how-
receiving the data, and
Yeah.
then you can
Yeah.
even give the term or just cut it short.
Yeah.
Take it off from there.
That's why I'm saying how fast we wanna move, because the longer it stays, the less responses we get, but also the more chances of repeats we may get, and we're not gonna know if they're
Oh, I
repeats.
see.
So I think at 3 months.
Well,
3 months.
then 3 months.
Yeah.
See,
Because you
I didn't
fall
know
asleep
that.
at the report.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So 3
We're
months,
at March 9th.
is 3 months feasible?
And kick off on the 9th.
It's kicking off on the 9th, from May, June, by
Alright.
June.
By June 9th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
And I will make sure at some point Dr. Wong comes to the, maybe she can go to that event so you guys can meet her and know who's helping me with data analysis.
Very good.
Moving on, the selection of a new co-chair. I know you all had a committee prior to when we selected.
That was for the whole
With
officer
everybody.
installation, but I believe that you can just appoint.
Yes. Can we make suggestions? Or is it open for suggestions? Or
volunteer?
Or volunteer?
Or volunteer instead of volunteers.
Co-chair
Yes.
of what?
The
Of the commission.
Oh,
Because
yes.
Maxine.
Because it was Maxine Rodriguez,
It
but
was,
she.
it was
yeah.
Maxine, but she,
Yes.
I didn't know we had a
Yes.
person.
Well, I'd like to suggest here my friend Sandra Cavazos, she's been here a long time.
I second the motion.
If she accepts, I don't know.
Yes.
Ah,
Very
good.
happy to
Thank
accept.
you. You can vote. All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Co-chair.
Anything I can do to help, I'm open for suggestions and however I can help, okay. Thank you.
Your husband's gonna kill you.
And we have the action plan for 2023-2024 presentations to City Council scheduled for February the 21st.
It has been put on the agenda. Tomorrow we'll see the draft agenda. I'll let you know if it made it to the final agenda. If you could just let me know, are you gonna do a PowerPoint? How many slides? No, nothing like that.
No, I provided the action plan like a few meetings ago, but I can send it again. And it's literally just a printout, and I'll
page.
pass it out to the council members. And I already spoke to Councilmember Gonzalez, letting him know that we were gonna be on the agenda for the 21st, and if he could move us up so we're not there for 4 hours. So I already did my homework ahead of time.
Amber, your committee members are Sylvia Palumbo?
Sylvia Palombo, were you on that? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well we
and
had
then-
3 meetings and nobody showed up, so
Oh,
I
my
just
goodness.
revised
So
the
that's
last one.
Volunteers?
That's
Yeah.
for what?
But
For
what
the
committee are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about for the action
The
plan.
action.
Oh, the action,
Yeah.
You were on
We're
the
gonna be
action
doing
plan,
throughout the year.
Sylvia Bruni was on the action plan, you were on the action plan.
oh, the action plan.
Last year.
Yes, I'm talking about the.
It was, we were supposed to present it in like December or January.
Oh, that's right.
So we have two
things
things
right now.
correct something real quick?
Yes.
Yes,
We're talking about two different things
Yes.
right now.
okay, you're talking,
Say-
Two committees. We were talking about the International Women's Day.
okay.
But you
About that
also pay.
committee.
Yes.
I know that I was on the committee and then we were asking around. Esther said she would be glad to join, and Sylvia and Sandra.
Okay,
And if anybody else
Perfect.
wants to join for that
That's
one.
coming
but
up
then-
in,
Yeah, pretty
3
soon.
weeks.
See,
3 weeks.
so we have to
yes.
get together on that.
Yeah.
But the other one was on the action
the
plan.
the action plan, yeah, we had already voted on the action plan,
Right.
like in November, December,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
And so we just needed to present it, we needed to get on the agenda for council, but council's
Yeah.
been a little busy
Yes,
for
yes.
us to get on it,
Yes.
and so
Very.
and who goes to that city council?
whoever can show up,
Okay.
And then you have to replace somebody for Sylvia Bruni. If Sylvia was
Well,
on
we
the
don't, the
committee.
council member does.
Oh, for the, oh, yeah.
The presentation.
No, I didn't mean for the, I meant for the committee here.
Oh, which
For this committee.
No, what's gonna happen is that, Amber will be presenting the action plan, and plus we all go, whoever goes there will
We'll
send
send
to
support.
the council, and then we'll just present it, hopefully they'll approve it.
Yes.
That's.
They normally approve it because
Yes.
there's no reason for them to.
Okay, so then just show up there at 5:30 at the city council meeting
And you'll
on the
let us know
21st.
by tomorrow, like you'll let us know tomorrow if it makes the.
If it
Okay.
may, if
And
it doesn't
the
make it, then
reason
until.
being is
until
that there's
March.
only one meeting in February, and there's only gonna be one meeting in March, so I did get it
But
on
our
the
event
agenda
is
on
March
time, but when we're going over the agenda, can this wait? You know, well,
Yeah.
normally you do present
Yeah.
in February.
Yeah, well, sorry, event is March 9th.
Yeah.
It's basically.
This is
It'll be
in
in Washington.
This is gonna be in February.
in case it gets pushed.
Yeah, no, but what she's saying is that the event is March the 9th.
It's basically still approved.
It's still
whether-
approved.
Yeah, I can, you know what, we just call our council members and they'll take the agenda.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
I'll
actually,
call
it's
them tonight.
decided at the city management level. Don't worry, I'll push for it.
Okay.
Because and the way I'll push for it is that it's gonna be really great.
Yes,
And
yes.
then she will be sending an email
An email
to
to
let us
us.
know.
That it's on the agenda.
And the action plan is once a year.
Yes,
Every
every
once a
year.
year, correct.
And before, we used to have a lot of different activities back in the days, where we would, every month we would have something different, but they actually wanted for the commission to just be able to focus on the Hall of Fame. And we've been doing little things aside from, like the International Women's Day and stuff, but before, it was like every month we had something going, and they did away with that for some time.
I think what they,
aside from being, kind of like strictly reminded that it was only. We really, I kind of thought, because we were part of nonprofit organizations and we were volunteering, and their explanation to us, we're not a volunteer group for that. We're here to move the woman forward with knowledge of things that are going on, like the survey. So our mission statement had to balance with what we were doing. And that was pretty much empowering the woman, what we were doing. So they didn't think that us volunteering at different places was empowering the woman. Which you kind of, if you look at the mission statement, you understand the direction that our group was supposed to take. Having said that, I think that eventually we could go back and refocus on having more events on empowering the woman and educating the woman and all that.
Or supporting events that are already going on from other organizations, which I guess is their goal, but if there's not a lot going on, then.
But if we do that, we cannot be representing as a commission, commission for women. They don't want us to know. So we wouldn't be able to wear our shirts or anything because that's not our. Our job is not to support, to volunteer as a group for nonprofit events as a group. From what I understand. We can go and help. We can help on our own time. But our mission statement is for the woman and to empower the woman with knowledge or events or information.
Social,
etc.
economic.
We are an advisory committee. So what we're supposed to be doing as a group is educating ourselves about the issues women in Laredo face, so we can advise the city on policies they could possibly construct or issues they need to address. Okay, creating events, and that's why I ask the questions that I ask, right? Is because if we stay focused within the area that we're supposed to be advising, any event we create needs to answer questions, okay, what information are we gathering from there that is going to serve our purpose of advising? Because if it doesn't, then yes, we shouldn't be doing it. Can we do it as individuals and volunteer? Yes. Especially if engaging with the community through those events allows us to start listening to the citizens of the city, but it shouldn't be as a commission. So what we need to start doing is devising, that's why we're doing the study, right? To try to identify areas that actually need addressing. But we also need to start devising a plan, a strategic plan on how to engage with the community and invite them to come here. Because if you notice, every meeting we don't have citizens' comments that tell us, hey, this is my issue as a woman and it should be addressed. We don't have that.
Yeah.
And so hopefully the more we create this action-driven and strategic-driven for us to push the council to do something about it, the more people start.
That helps, that makes sense.
The mission statement is very
But
clear
not
though.
necessarily
It's
just empowerment, but it's more around data so that it can be corrected as the city wants to look at.
Yeah.
Lady, just one observation. I think the mission statement says it
But
very
so our
clearly.
mission is what
You
I
want me
wasn't
to
real
read it?
sure.
Yes, read it.
So it's just.
Please,
She's gonna read it.
the mission
To
statement.
promote equality in legal, social, political, economic, and educational opportunities and advancement for all women throughout the city of Laredo.
And the key word is promote.
Promote and empower. And so that's where we need to focus on, you know, really get women on those categories. And that's why we have the Hall of Fame, because we look for women that have excelled in that particular category and we honor them. And people will see that and
So-
women will get encouraged to run for office or in political.
In the political arena.
In the education and volunteerism. Oh, they have all the categories there. So it's very specific what we need to do. Because I know one time we were very specific on it and we even had a bowl-a-thon and we were, I don't know if y'all remember that.
All on
remember?
fire.
And we were making money, but
So
not for
right.
us. And they did come and the city attorney came and talked to us and they said, ladies, your only job here is to get the Hall of Fame, period. Nothing else. And then later, they started, well, maybe we can open it up to, you know, what do y'all want, what else do y'all want? And that's how it's evolved back
To something.
But we
you
can
know.
be more active, and we had talked about this, like, Amber with her knowledge of taxes and finances. I mean, what woman does not need help with that?
Right.
In the medical field, what woman would not need professional medical advice? And so you have a general assembly, you can have roundtable discussions, or you can have an all-day event at city library, where you would have those topics throughout the day. All of that is educational.
Education.
Legal, women that get, you know, where do I go and have legal issues and things like that, you have attorneys come in. That is what would be great for us to do as a group, however anybody would wanna do it, but Amber, you wanna say something?
Well, I was gonna say, like, we added women's, we had a women's health fair for the first time
Right,
last May
yes,
for Women's
right.
Health Month.
Yes, that was
like
awesome.
the
And that was
most-
that was
and it was
great.
our first year.
It was
so
fantastic.
now we can make it
Yes.
bigger.
I
We
walked
were here
away with a lot of information and goodies, but a lot of services that the goodies were great too, but that the city offered that I wasn't aware of, and I'm in the insurance industry, and it was good for me too. The mothers are always looking for outlets and avenues for support, and I would give them a card and say, you need to go to the city, they provide this information. So I
That
think,
was very, very
It
successful.
was a great
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
And they were doing the shots.
COVID shots.
Oh yeah, they were giving vaccines and everything. It was awesome.
There was a lot of people that
we
are
need to do that again.
Yeah, so it's on our action plan. and
Well,
we-
in the committee, oh, it's in the action
It's in the
plan
action
already,
plan,
I was gonna say,
yeah.
like for the whole year, okay,
Yes, the action
great.
plan for the whole
Great,
year.
okay. So now that committee that you were talking about, there was another committee that was, what's the other committee?
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame?
No,
No,
the
it was international.
for the international, yes.
International Women's Day.
Who's in that one? Yeah, who's
You
in
were
that
there.
committee?
Yeah,
You, Esther, Sylvia Palumbo, and Amber is the
Okay,
chairperson.
all right, you let us know, Amber, what, okay, thank you.
And the other one was the action plan.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one.
Everybody's
That's the
But
one.
we already got
Yeah.
that, okay, got it. We're good.
Okay, do we have any new business? Before we adjourn?
Do you want to make this Friday or Monday?
Yeah, Friday or Monday is good. Whichever. I'm available now for Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On
No.
for the action plan or for the international session? Yeah, we can do that Friday.
Suggest.
But I can meet with you.
Yeah.
Is it Friday?
Yeah, Friday's good, but I think we have, I think.
I'm out of town the rest of the week.
Other than this other exchange of flowers coordination, but I'll call Elian and yeah, we can meet on Friday.
Amber, because of time and we have so many things going on, when do you suggest that we can have that committee meeting?
Yeah, we were talking about Friday, if possible.
Friday the what? The 17th?
17.
Okay. At what time?
Lunch is good.
Okay. Lunch on Friday?
Okay. 12 or 1, whichever.
Okay. Where?
Where?
Most important job.
So we're gonna go somewhere and have a meeting, has to be, we cannot be in a big restaurant, so you can't hear each other.
Yeah.
And then people are walking by, better to have it.
We can come here.
I think the best thing is to have it here, it's quiet.
available?
If it's available.
We'd have to go check.
If y'all have a.
Friday the 17th at 12.
If not, in one of the other rooms upstairs.
Well,
There's several rooms upstairs.
Well, get them, nomás que estén.
We'll bring your lunch.
Can we call to confirm? Can we call you?
Yes, okay, that's fine.
We bring our lunch. You bring your own, bring your own bottle.
Okay. You confirm with us, Antonio, on the 17th.
Okay,
And then
17th
we'll
here at the
gather maybe
library.
at what, 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock?
Yeah,
12? Because they work.
they were,
Ah,
so
okay.
they have to.
12 to 1?
Yeah, that's fine.
1 or 1?
12 to 1. Jessica, where do you, Jessica, I thought you were a teacher, ¿verdad? You're a teacher.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
and can you
Mi
get off the
estudiante también.
It's
Friday.
they're off.
Friday.
Oh, that's right, it's a
Oh.
student holiday, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
You know, we're waiting for the agenda.
That's the invitation.
So we're baptizing the girls.
That's it? So I adjourn, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
That's fine.
At 6:23, Diana Diaz, a motion to adjourn, second by Amber.
Amber, what is your cell?
693
It's being recorded.
99.